Infinite ammo.
A biohazardous outbreak affected countless lives in Raccoon City. What's the most important thing to combat bioterrorism? It's all about one very basic thing. The guns.
We're beyond humanity.
You've really become quite an inconvenience for me.
Why are you doing this? What do you accomplish by unleashing Ouroboros?
Greetings, fellow zombies and tyrant monstrosities. I am your non-residential host, the Immortal Brando. I'm joined by the Stars members, but we're missing a girl, 2 girls specifically, so it's a sausage fest today. Let's start with you, Renegade. Introduce yourself. Captain Renegade.
So I just wanted to say that if I looked like Nemesis and I wanted to get with Jill, I totally would hit up them digits.
He's gonna
That's
go
the goal
up
of
to Joe
Resident
and be
Evil
like,
3.
he's gonna go up to Joe and be like, "Can I get your number? Can I get your number?" Oh, you have a boyfriend? Okay.
He can only say stars, so he just might kill him and crush his head.
Listen, in RE3 Remake, you'll find a little scribbled note in Nemesis's handwriting. I just wanted a date.
Well, what's going on, people? Welcome to the podcast, and hopefully we have a good time here.
All right, Devil Hunter James, introduce yourself.
How's it going, party people? And zombies.
Fuck zombies. Bio Devil Doom, introduce yourself.
Hi, how's it going? I like talking about guns. Lots of guns.
All right, Kendo.
Yes. Yes.
This is
somebody
up
got-
there though, but I won't make it. I'll do it later. Dirty and
Oh,
Daniel.
shut up.
What the fuck? Oh, well, what's
Dirty
going
and Daniel,
on?
man. Introduce yourself, please.
What's going on, guys? It's good to be back on a podcast after what feels like centuries, and I'm here to talk about some guns.
All right. Now, let's start from the top here, like with Resident Evil 0. Well, what do you guys think with the Armory, and what's your favorite and least favorite weapon? To those of you that play Resident Evil 0.
Trying
You
to.
guys
If I
gonna
go
take
first?
this for now.
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
first, Dom.
So as far as like the armory, are we just talking about just all the weapons in general, or?
Yes.
All the weapons in general.
Everything
So,
that's listed.
if I had to say a worst, I hate the fucking double-barreled shotgun. Just because, like ammo capacity wise, it's so bad, and I don't carry it over once I get the other one. However, probably one of my favorites, and I only say this from like a design perspective, Billy's handgun. I think honestly, as a like 1911 that has a custom slide that looks like a M9A1's slide. It just looks really nice. So
I think it actually is the stronger gun between the two. Because I know there is actually differences between the two. Like one's more accurate, one hits harder. This isn't it. Other
yeah,
gun is
then-
like the superior one in terms of raw power.
yeah, and then it also gets slightly altered as far as stats go with the custom part that you can get for either gun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think like as far as like my personal favorite, like design wise, Billy's standard handgun is probably my favorite because to my knowledge, I don't think there is a real like slide for the 1911 that has the barrel exposed like that. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like, is when you get the custom parts for Billy and Rebecca's gun, are they like vastly different or mostly the same in terms of damage?
Billy does more damage. Rebecca has more accuracy.
Okay, okay.
It says it does. You talk about the custom.
Yeah, the custom
handguns.
handguns. Yeah.
It says it does more damage, and
That's Billy's guns. and
it
Rebecca's
it takes
more
less ammo to kill them.
Oh, okay. I see. Interesting. So it seems like you want to just do Billy's, and that's the one you want to go for. I assume the knife just sucks as usual. The same shit.
It's a knife.
If it ain't Code Veronica.
Look, knives are good in the RE series, just in later games, not this one.
Code Veronica was fun, but in like the originals, maybe RE3 you get away with it, but in the originals, 0 remake, 5 to some degree, 6.
4's is pretty handy too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I skipped. That's why I skipped that one. That was trash. Though. The ones that are useful in like it's Code Veronica, 4, Resident Evil 2 remake, surprisingly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say like the knife is probably the worst weapon in this game. They have 2 magnums here, and I didn't know that they had 2 magnums. So what's the difference? You only get this one.
Raw power.
You only get this one in Leech Hunter, apparently, according to what it says.
The revolver one, I think it says it only has 5 shots, so maybe the other Magnum has more.
Yeah, it has a clip, so it should have more. Shit. I wish I had the ammo count here, but
What the hell, man? The submachine gun in RE0 is ugly as shit. What is that?
It's an MP5 with a collapsible stock.
That's another one you get during Leech Hunter mode, which I have not completed yet, honestly.
I was gonna say, is it good? Because holy hell.
yeah,
I would assume so, yeah.
yeah, it is because I'm one of the best guns in the game.
I'd also say that the revolver you get from Leech Hunter mode is also really good. I think it's slightly better than the one that's in the game by default.
Let's see. I'm just looking through like everything else because I'm a little bit scatterbrained. But Magnum, standard stuff. Probably one of the best normal guns you would get. I really don't like the hunting rifle either because you only get like those 2 bullets, like Dom said. Molotovs are really good against the leash guys. So typically I stock those up for them. And then the shotgun is just standard stuff. Like most enemies, it can pretty much just do damage to, but the recoil does suck because shotgun, hello. And everything else just seems like pretty standard for this game. I
suggest you use the shotgun with Billy because he doesn't have to worry about the recoil, at least not as much.
So Rebecca has like more recoil when dealing with it?
Yeah, I mean, naturally she is physically weaker a bit. Billy, they made that joke so many times in the game. It's pretty funny. But actually, if you're done running, I can get my piece real quick. I don't have much to say on Resident Evil 0, to be honest.
Good.
Yeah, the best guns definitely would be like the Magnums, or at least a revolver, the submachine gun, and Billy's handgun. But overall, I think the Armory is kind of underwhelming compared to before and after RE games. So it's not the most spectacular Armory, to be quite honest.
No assault rifles either, from what I noticed.
Yep.
Yeah, you only get that submachine gun from Leech Hunter, and that's it. Nothing else.
Well, you also get the Magnum, I think, as well.
Yeah.
You get the revolver Magnum.
Yeah, which they're good, and honestly, like Leech Hunter, like probably is the best way to get like infinite ammo and stuff is the only way to get infinite ammo, but like when you like get through that stuff, it's like you basically a challenge run to get like really OP weapons, so can't really complain about that, although I do know it scales based on whatever difficulty you played on.
So Dan, do you have anything to say on this before we move on to Resident Evil 1?
In terms of like favorite guns or just anything?
Yeah, we think of the Armory. What is your favorite gun and least favorite gun?
Probably favorites would probably be the Magnums for just raw power. Second to that is probably the shotgun. The hunting gun can suck a dick because I think that gun only carries 2 bullets. I think that's like the biggest capacity.
It does. Like, stow it away as soon as you get the shotgun.
Yeah,
It's
as
just
soon as you
better.
get it, just like put it in the box, just and go find the shotgun. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Guess we're moving on to RE1, the original. So we have a couple of things here, but very interesting stuff. So I'm gonna go first.
This one's bare bones as fuck.
It's bare bones, but there is some interesting
It's the
stuff.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So, the Beretta, you can get like a different type in the arrange mode, I believe, that does critical headshots, and I think it's the one that's listed here, the custom. So that's pretty cool. That's one of the. I can't really see a lot of downsides to that one, except that it's random, but it's way better than the base gun that you get on the easier modes. I assume they did that to compensate because of the higher difficulty. Shotgun's okay, but I feel like against hunters it sucks because while you can blow them out of the air, it definitely feels like Jill's grenade launcher is way better than what Chris has, which is the shotgun or the Magnum throughout most of the
You
game.
burn off using the Colt Python for hunters because it's obviously does more damage and has more stopping power to knock them down.
Yeah, if you're using Chris, you're gonna want to use the Magnum. If you're using Jill, you can get away with the grenade launcher. Flamethrower sucks. It's just
It's only for the plants.
I'm guessing the damage doesn't really output much.
It's really
per
only
second.
used for the plant 42.
Does it have damage per second, or it's just like one hit?
It has damage per second, but it's not designed for other enemies, to put it simply.
Yeah.
Situational, then. All right.
If you try it against a zombie, you're gonna get bitten, and you try it against a hunter, you're gonna die. So I would not recommend using it against them at all, just for the plants.
Yeah, if it's not, I've noticed in Resident Evil, it's not an explosion. Fire damage, they generally don't give a shit about.
Until Resident Evil 2 happened.
Yep. You know the rocket launcher is already OP, and then there's the explosive rounds, acid rounds, and flame rounds. Now, I think it's generally consistent that isn't the acid round stronger in this game?
I think that's consistent throughout the entire series.
It's
that acid rounds
stronger. It's stronger against BOWs.
Yeah, but I do remember there is some instances where flame rounds work better than acid for certain enemies.
Yeah, like zombies, for example, or spiders. It's better used against those, but like hunters, I think acid rounds are better.
Sometimes like Lickers and Remake 2, because for some reason flame rounds just chew through those fuckers.
Yeah, and the original is the gas, BOW gas.
Oh, you can load the bazooka. Okay, so the bazooka uses the rounds, huh?
Yeah, but I believe in this game you cannot swap the ammo out if it's already loaded. They started doing that like later in RE2, but in this game, if it's loaded with rounds, you can't swap them out.
Whack.
Yeah, all it says so far is you can load it with 3 different rounds, but it doesn't mention if you can unload them or not.
Yeah, you can't.
All right.
If you don't mind me like interjecting, because I kind of want to take it back to like just like going from base RE1 moving on to like director's cut and the remake.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that I thought was kind of interesting was that like RE1, you know, you just had the basic Beretta, and if I'm not mistaken, they still did have those like promotional materials like later down the line as more of the game started releasing and stuff, where the samurai edges were like a thing. They just weren't in game or anything like that. Then you had director's cut with the arranged mode, and that introduces the custom Beretta, which is just a silver Beretta M91. M91, M9A1. And the interesting thing about that is that, like, if you really think about that, it's almost like the predecessor to the actual samurai edge that we eventually got in Resident Evil 3 and also Resident Evil Remake, as well as like some of the other titles that later down the line came out. Because then once we get to Remake, the standard handgun, instead of just being a basic ass Beretta, it is actually the samurai edge. and if you complete the game after a certain amount of time, you get Barry's Samurai Edge, which is a custom 40 Smith & Wesson handgun. And also it has infinite ammo, and it's probably one of the best handguns in the game. So
Broken.
Yeah, it reminds me of some kind of group or something. Had to throw that out there.
He went there.
But I guess we're gonna move on to remake, unless anyone has any extra questions. All right.
No, see, I got not much to say because it's bare bones.
Remake 1 or Remake
Yeah,
2?
Remake
not
1.
much.
Remake 1.
Ah,
Come on, give it a program.
Which
Yeah.
has notably more stuff in it.
Yes, it
Better
does.
stuff.
All right. So who wants to go first on this? Cause I want to go last.
I can.
All right.
Yeah, as far as Armory, it's a huge edge improvement, no pun intended, over original. I want to say that. But yeah, one of my favorite guns, honestly, it has to be the Samurai Edge. Because, sorry, that gun is sexy, and I just love shooting things with it. But the real GOAT in this Armory is Barry's gun. That thing is so busted that you can't even get ammunition for it. Like, two shots to Tyrant and whatnot, like, it's so broken.
The first shot to the Tyrant makes it like crouch a little, right?
Yeah,
Oh shit, I was expecting this.
I felt that. But my least favorite gun would have to be a standard shotgun because it has a 60% chance to blow up the zombies' heads and does less damage, and I think it has less range or spread. And then compared to like the assault shotgun, where it has a 70% chance and has holds more ammunition and whatnot, more powerful and all that jazz.
Is that an M10?
I
No,
think
right?
so.
I can't. It looks like it. I can't tell.
Yeah, I think it's M10,
Of course, it's gonna be better then.
but with a slower fire rate. Unlike in Siege, man, I shoot you pop. But yeah, like also shout out to the self-defense gun. Like use that gun on the Tyrant because it's so strong that it actually can chip away large amounts of health. The only time you can only use it once, unfortunately, but price to pay.
Now, can you use that gun of your choosing when you get grabbed, or does it automatically use it?
I don't think it uses it all. Not that I remember, but
It's basically like you just have one bullet in the chamber and it's super powerful. You can't use it as a like self-defense weapon, even though it's called
it's not like the dagger. Okay.
Yeah, even if it's called the self-defense gun, you can only use daggers, the grenade, and I believe Jill's stun gun. That's it. When they grab you.
A stun gun.
Yeah.
Jill has the stun gun. Yes. Chris has the grenades that blows the heads off.
Yeah, and the daggers are like just universal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like favorites here. I mean, it's easy for me to say.
What about the custom rocket launcher you get for beating the game in like under 2 hours? I think it is.
Yeah, that gun is a go-to. Like single barrel, quick fire.
Single
but
barrel.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's literally a single barrel
It's
rocket.
basically an anti-tank rifle.
Yeah.
The only unfortunate side is that well, like it matters though, considering it's a rocket launcher, but you can't burn enemies' bodies with it, considering that for some reason science doesn't apply here.
Yeah, I thought it could.
Nope.
No, it just like downs them in one shot. That's it. But if there's like zombies on the ground, you can't do anything about it. You gotta let them get up first.
Yeah, you can't aim down. Feels bad.
I'm trying to think. I think honestly, I in terms of I'm thinking of like the self-defense weapons here. I like how Jill's stun gun is because of the whole effect when she like pulls it out and electrocutes the fuck out of them. Chris's is like you have the flash grenade, yes, you can blow up the zombie's head, but it can also damage you. So if you're in a tight situation, you're trying to run away, there is the potential that you could hurt yourself with the flash grenade, which sucks.
I mean, at least I'm alive though.
Yeah.
So it actually damages you?
Yes, it does if you're close to
Yeah,
it.
you get blown back a little bit if you're close enough to a zombie.
The hell's in that thing?
It will take your health out
Lots
too.
and lots of explosives.
I almost thought you said lots and lots of sperm, but I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah, I already did.
Right.
Barry made him for the Jill sandwich.
All right, and obviously the best gun here is Barry's Magnum. I picked that thing up once. I think you can only get it if he dies at the altar with Lisa Trevor.
Yes.
If
Yeah, you gotta murder his ass.
Yep, you gotta not give him his gun back. If you pick that thing up, and if you shoot an enemy, they will be donezo. I'm talking like bosses as well. Like that shit is crazy. But the thing to mitigate this is there's no ammo for it, like Brandon said. Handguns are great.
Fun fact.
Hmm?
I don't know if you've ever actually looked at his Magnum by comparison to the standard one in the like item viewer. But there
Bottom's
is a
pulled back slightly, right?
I can't tell the difference.
and the barrel
Yeah, very
is
closely.
very it's like really hard to tell, but it's very slightly varied in the barrel length. So there are some
Yeah,
very
can-
distinctive differences, but you have to like be looking at them like more or less like side by side or like together.
Yeah,
Now the
you gotta be zooming in, fam. Cause look,
Yeah,
I-
the bottom is slightly shorter than
It's-
the
yeah,
standard.
berries is shorter in terms of length a little bit.
and it looks like the emblem is like a different color. It's like a lighter blue almost. Stands out a little
Yeah.
more.
Yep.
What's the differences between like just standard shotgun and assault?
I just mentioned earlier. Standard is weaker, hold less ammo, 60% chance of blowing the head off, and something else with it. But yeah, generally speaking, it's all around weaker shotgun. Like once you get assault shotgun from Richard, don't even bother touching a trash gun again.
Yeah, I think it shoots more, it holds more capacity, and there's less recoil.
Well, actually, too, I want to point out that if you're doing like a speed run for Remake 1, you could actually avoid the initial shotgun altogether and just go straight for the assault shotgun.
Well, that area in general is not even it's not mandatory unless you want that Jill sandwich cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anyone talk about Barry's Samurai Edge gun, the handgun?
Which one?
Yeah, I brought it up.
Okay, I'm just
Oh.
making sure. But yeah, it seems like we covered most of the weapons here. I think the grenade launcher rounds, it's the same thing in this game, really. Like, save acid for stronger enemies. And then, well, in this one, it's a little bit different because you can burn the bodies with the incendiary rounds. So if because this game has this whole new mechanic where it's like, oh, well, zombies get up and turn into crimson heads. If you want to burn them, you need the flask. You don't need it with Jill per se, which makes her game even more easier than Chris's, honestly.
And I think with this game, you can actually reload or change the shells. I mean,
Yeah, you can. So
Yeah, with all the guns, I think you can pretty much reload them. There's like an actual reload animation and prompt that you can do in the game. Same thing with RE0, you can reload with a specific prompt and you don't have to go into the menu item. I've actually noticed that for like speedrunning purposes, it makes that like go by a lot faster than go basically through loading screens just to combine ammo and see how much you have left over. You can kind of just figure it out as you like check your health status and stuff like that.
it's not much to write home about with the knives, except that Chris and Jill, they have different models. And I think, doesn't Chris do more damage with the Bowie knife?
Yes, he does. His knife is superior.
Yeah.
Shield is very interesting looking. Reminds me a little bit of Krauser, although obviously it doesn't look the same, but the curve kind of reminds me of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Chris does do more damage. I'm assuming because he's a more bulkier character, so that difference.
It's like
Oh yeah, his knife has got to be thick.
he's carrying a big ass machete. Look at that shit. That's crazy. All right. We're going to move on to the next one since I think we're done here. We're going to move on to
Yeah.
RE2. The interesting one.
Hey.
And now I actually know what weapons are in this game.
Well, this is actually the OG RE2. Next one is Remake.
I know both. It's fine.
Okay. So who wants to take this off?
I'll go.
I could start this one off.
Oh, fine. Go ahead.
Bitch.
So RE2, the original, obviously we have a lot of like variation in guns because both characters get their own like set of guns. You have the handgun, the VP70 for Leon, and then the HP Browning for Claire. and the only character that gets custom parts for any of their guns is Leon. So you could turn Leon's handgun into a burst handgun with the stock. It's
Yeah, baby.
absolutely amazing in that regard.
It's OP in both games, dude.
Leon's shotgun is also great because initially it just starts off with like a small amount of rounds and stuff, and even though it does a pretty decent amount of damage, once you get the custom barrel and stock for it, it becomes ridiculous. Like it literally cuts zombies in half. Honestly, there's no other way I would recommend playing that game. Is like just go through Leon. And then, of course, you have things like the zap gun and the flamethrower, which those are interesting. They're okay. They're not too bad. Oh yeah, and then also Leon gets a deagle and gets a fucking longer barrel for it in the original as well, which is also super good. Claire gets a crossbow, which I think universally, like everybody kind of agrees that the Code Veronica crossbow is just better.
If you ain't a zombie, don't even bother using it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then she also gets the luxury of having a grenade launcher, which, you know, is also great because like that does some massive.
Probably like her best weapon, I would assume, minus the infinite ammo weapon.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's cycling through 3 different ammo types. Because unlike Leon's more, I guess more, well, he's more armed. Claire has more variety to deal with things, because being that her weapons spread, especially the grenade burst, she could deal with crowds of zombies faster than Leon could.
Yeah. Also, as far as infinite ammo goes, like technically every gun has the ability to go infinite ammo because of the infinite ammo cheat in the game.
Well, I was gonna say excluding like the rocket launcher and the Gatling gun.
Mm-hmm.
You mean special items, I guess.
Yeah, because those are novelty
The
items.
super nothing stands a chance item.
Yeah, like the infinite Uzi and Gatling gun and also the rocket launcher.
I don't even. Is it even worth like bringing those guns up, considering that they just slice through everything?
I mean, if I use them, I guess.
Yeah.
They're mostly for shits and giggles if you just want to do like a fun run.
It's like if you just want everything to die, you pick one or the other. Honestly.
How good is the Mac 11 in the original 2? Because in Remake 2, that thing is awesome.
It's good. He's talking about like the submachine gun in the original.
For
Yeah, I'm
Claire.
saying how good is it compared to the Remake?
Shreds.
Yeah, it's good. It's still good.
So it's just good, period.
Yeah.
I mean, especially against Lickers, because
That
he
thing is so
unlocks the
stupid.
fuck out of Lickers in the original.
That thing is dumb in the Remake. Pop their legs off in like 3 bullets. You got like 50. in the
It's honestly,
chamber.
it's superior in almost every way possible in
It's
the
silly.
original.
I would say though there is a slight drawback, and that's the fact that once you use it like a couple of times, you realize that you don't have that much ammo left. You only get like ammo for this gun in a certain area, and I believe you get an extra clip in the area where you have to put in the fingerprint for both characters.
Yes.
I think there's, I swear there was 2 areas, but I might be mistaken. But in that regard, though, you gotta be smarter about it, because if you're going around blowing your ammo, then yeah, you're a dumbass. Simple as that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's really good against bosses outside of just.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
If you want to conserve ammunition, yeah, you definitely want to use that.
Yeah, I've always saved it for like bosses in particular. Like I've saved it for the first what is it? I saved it for the G embryo fight, and then I also use it at the very end of the game.
For which character exactly? Because if you use it with Claire, then that's a mistake on your half. Just use the the
for
gas.
for Leon.
If you didn't have the Magnum at that point, then I guess that wouldn't be bad.
Because I usually like to save the Magnum for the absolute like end. I don't really like using it like so early on. So just because the Magnum, you know, obviously takes a bulk of the damage for like any enemy, like boss particularly. So
Has anyone pointed out that with the upgraded Remington that Leon gets, he has like all this recoil, right? But when you use Chris in battle mode, he barely has any fucking recoil. He can fire that thing easy.
I wanted to mention that though, but I'm not sure that would be relevant in this conversation. But yeah, homeboy over there actually holds it. He eats the recoil. Leon's like flinches like a little baby.
I think I would assume it's because Leon's obviously not as well trained as Chris.
Well, that Chris is more at the point of still bulkier than most
Yeah,
characters.
and I was gonna say the muscles definitely gonna factor in.
I don't really think it's more so of a thing of well trained, because like Leon would have had to have gone through like a police academy and stuff, so he would be familiar with how to use these guns and stuff like that. I think it's just a matter of size.
Huh.
Probably so. Yeah.
Are you saying he's not thick enough?
Yes, I'm saying size matters. Get it?
Leon is a midget compared to Chris, confirmed.
Well, he is now in like RE6, but he's still fast. So I don't know. That's a whole different debate entirely. Anyway, I just wanted to point out the burst handgun. It's like I enjoy it compared to the original, but the thing is, it just eats up so many bullets that.
Yeah, that's the one big problem of it.
That's why I don't go for it. Like, it's useful in a lot of regards though, but I have a shotgun. I don't need that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I have a boomstick.
And custom Desert Eagle is like just the GOAT in terms of damage, but once again,
Honestly, I don't like the custom handgun because for the amount of reload and recoil it gives you though, you're better off using the standard one because you get more DPS from it every shot versus like staggering backwards with Leon.
one thing I
I don't
like,
recommend using the custom Magnum.
I guess it's just for like style and flair, but one thing I would recommend is that if you do decide to upgrade, they do give you more ammo, and like if you use all the ammo in the original Desert Eagle, you could just use that and you get like an extra clip.
Yeah, that's also true for the shotgun as well.
Yeah, it counts all the custom parts. As soon as you run out of ammo in a gun, you could just equip the custom parts and you get a full clip back, I think.
So that is one strategy to know for sure. Spark Shot is just, well, it's alright, but I felt like it's just better in the remake, honestly.
That gun gets a little too much shit in original because if you really want to conserve ammunition for Claire, just go around and zap zombies with it. It's literally really that simple.
That is true.
I recommend using a Spark Shot when you want to conserve your grenade launchers against zombies and maybe some other BOW creatures.
The moth.
Oh, the moth is nothing. It's just you go in and stomp it and it's dead.
The moth is the hardest boss in the game. You guys know that.
He's fucking with you.
I know.
No, not maybe a little bit.
No, it's a moth that's fucking with you.
All right, so are we done with this before we move on to Resident Evil 2
Wait,
Remake?
are these guys saying that the moth has a dick?
What?
What?
Yeah, he's gonna give it to you.
Well, it could be a male moth dom, but I'm just saying. But let's move on.
I don't want to talk about moth anatomy on the podcast or Moth Chan fucking some victim.
Moth Chan?
What is that math doing? Moth math? Oh shit, I forget. That joke was gonna happen. Now it's gone. I was say, what is that moth doing with all that ass?
Oh my god.
Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon.
Let's move on to Remake 2. So here it is, the game that most of us has played. What do you think of the guns in this game?
Armory is 6. Like, it's actually 6.
I think they're pretty solid, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good weapons.
I like how they upgraded Claire, and she gets her own Magnum in a sense with the revolver upgrades. I like that.
I really like that they added in custom parts for Claire, just in general, because like now the Mac 11 has like custom parts now too. And also just like her standard, her standard revolver, because that's her new standard handgun before she gets the Browning high power. That gets upgrades. The Browning high power gets a larger magazine, and I think right off the bat it gets a laser, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't recall the Browning getting a lot of ammo in the remake.
You gotta get this in a clip.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, because if you
I just remember the revolver being good at headshots.
If you get the extended magazine, it basically gives you like 25 rounds.
I personally
I'm saying like the game giving you ammo for the Browning, I felt like was lacking. I don't remember using the Browning much. I always stuck
Okay,
with the
what's the
revolver.
Browning? Yeah, use the in-game names, please, sir. Not
It's her. It's the non-revolver handgun she has.
The JMB HP 13.
Okay, that thing, yeah, just get this in the ammo though. But I personally never use it because if your aim is good enough with the revolver, you can shoot anything you want. The only benefit
the
to
revolver is
using
mean
the
as fuck.
the only benefit to using the other handgun is for the laser sight because it's instant focus. That weird mechanic you have in the game.
Yeah.
But I don't recommend using that gun because there's really honestly no point. Especially after you get all her guns. So yeah, not recommended for me.
I'm trying to think of like a gun that I kind of didn't like, but all of these are kind of solid to be honest. Even the the fuck you guns are pretty fun to play with.
The gun that I honestly have 50-50 opinion on is definitely the Mac 11 in this game because they nerfed it to shit compared to what it was in the original, and you gotta get parts for it to make it accessible like the original.
Yeah.
But to its credit though, at least though, it shreds through zombies' limbs. That much I can say, and it's pretty good against William once you get the suppressor, aim at his eyes and whatnot. But by comparison to his original though, it wasn't nerfed to shit. It's definitely inferior in almost every way aspect. The only benefit you can have for it, you can pick up ammo. I mean, yeah, what you do though, but it's still a far cry compared to his original self.
There is one more positive about it, and that's the fact that it gets a silencer. So if Mr. If Mr. X is like stomping about, you could just like be quiet and blow that zombie away. So that's pretty cool.
I shoot him in the head for funsies.
Yeah.
knock his dumb hat off.
I'm trying to think of other guns that I really don't have an issue with like all of these except I would say that I felt like the single action army, I didn't use it that much, and it felt like those guns in general with the different type of ammo, even on like the second runs, I didn't use them that much because of that limited capacity. They're like quick get out of like jail free card situations for zombies.
Those were the B scenarios, right?
Yeah, B scenarios.
You'd be fooled to not use those, to be honest, because they give you ammo, they do so much damage, and you can pop a zombie's limb off just one shot if you're lucky enough.
Oh, really? No, interesting.
Yep, and you can bust a zombie's head. And on top of that, it has the highest stopping power of all the like standard handguns. So one tap, a zombie, stun them, run past them.
Can we praise how much the flamethrower is actually like just really fucking good in this game?
It's very handy. I said this to Dom. I feel like if we're talking in terms of the lab where you have to deal with the plants, I feel like the flamethrower is just superior. It's for ammo conservation alone. The fact that I could just tap it and keep roasting them and they die. Versus a grenade launcher, you gotta blow a whole round committed on them.
The problem is with the thing though, it actually uses up more ammunition compared to a standard grenade round. Because while yes, you can like burn them fairly quickly though, but you spend more time just burning the chemicals on them, trying to burn them versus just shooting them down with one grenade round and move on.
For me, I just like squeaked out like a fart of a fire blast at them over and over, and it used very little ammo.
I would also say, as far as the grenade rounds go, you only need to use 2 to like perma kill the IVs, because IVs like they don't die until they turn like
they have to be
black.
charred. Yeah.
Yeah. So, which I genuinely hate that mechanic, by the way.
I assume in the original they go down, they're done.
Yeah, once they bleed out, they're done.
Yeah, my suggestion to you is that just knock them down, leave them knocked down, and run past them, because once you go back to the area you need to go, they will rise up, and you have plenty of opportunity to just literally yeet right past them. So you don't need to spend a lot of ammunition on them in general if you know how to route your runs.
Yeah, I started ignoring them. Like when you're in the room where the plant, like the giant plant actually is, I kind of just ran past them and didn't waste time. They're so slow. It's not really worth the ammo.
Now at least 2 of them, because they can block you for obvious reasons. That actually could get annoying if you're playing as Leon.
I would say the only time they might be a little annoying is if Mr. X shows up, because now you have to deal with him and you have to get past the plants. I forgot what the hell they're called again.
Ivies.
Ivies, there we go. Yeah, they're only really a problem if Mr. X is around. They might block you.
Trying to think.
I've never been killed by them.
I am surprised.
I
Those
have
things fuck me.
as hunk.
I am a stingy. Bren, you see the way I play RE4? I am stingy with my ammo.
I'm trying to think,
Yeah,
like
I hoard ammo too in RE4. I don't waste it.
like the grenade launcher, doesn't that get like parts? Like, doesn't it get like a sort of, I forgot what it's called,
Yeah,
iron sight?
it gets the stock.
Yeah, an iron sight.
It doesn't get iron sight. It changes the stock, and it changes the reticle on aiming.
Oh.
And what that does is it gives you more precise aiming. Now, if you're good enough, you don't need it. But the grenade launcher does have this one little quirk where the round will sway away from the target for some reason.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me.
If you want to grab it, you can though. But if your aim is on point enough, you actually don't need it.
Yeah. Cause I was like, it fills up. I think it makes the item spots like even bigger, so you have to risk that if you're getting this in particular.
Yeah.
Oh, because I know we brought up the other handgun for Jill, but the Desert Eagle, when you get the red dot sight for it, it basically gives you a laser as well. So that also gives you focus. Yep.
Did you guys talk about the DLC guns?
Oh no! Oh yeah, I should bring those up. The first time we actually, to my knowledge, are able to ever use Chris's Samurai Edge in a game. Because we've always been able to use Jill's Samurai Edge in various other Resident Evil games. The first one being RE3.
I despise
Wesker too, right?
Yeah, Wesker too.
Weskers we've been able to use as well in other games, such as like RE5, for example. So,
I forgot about. Oh, I guess if you're counting playing as him, yeah.
So it's the first time ever we've gotten to use Chris's Samurai Edge, which is really cool. I'm glad that they've finally put it into a game. My only gripe with Jill's Samurai Edge in particular is that it's based off of her Revelations design and not her original Resident Evil 3 design. The Revelations design is technically an upgraded version. That's why it has like the tactical rail on it, but I guess they wanted to change that now for the new lore. So
It looks
now it always has
almost
that.
exactly like Chris's.
It's not.
I see some minor, like visually. I mean, it has some minor differences.
It's Chris's has the blue slide and
Yeah.
silver trigger, whereas Jill's has the tactical rail now. And they also have like differing abilities basically. Like I think Chris's was more accurate.
Wesker's the strongest. Chris is more accurate, I think, and Jill's has I think less recoil.
Yeah, something like that. Like every Samurai Edge has a specific like thing that it's good at, basically. But Barry's and Wesker's are the two best Samurai Edge models.
All right, so I think we can move on to RE3. If you
Wait,
guys
hang
are
on,
done.
though. I gotta say one thing about these guns. Fuck these guns and fuck Capcom for not telling me these things will block you at a S plus ranks.
Oh, you did it?
Oh god.
Yeah, I didn't know because Capcom never disclosed that fucking information. So I'm like, when I found out about it, I was already in the middle of my S plus run with hardcore mode, and I got kicked out of it because I used the guns earlier.
Hold on, we didn't talk about the GOAT,
What?
the rocket launcher. Oh, Mr. X decides, you know what? I'm just gonna leave.
Oh, that's a fuck you
Oh,
gun. Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
shit cracked me up so bad. He's coming up. You point at him. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave.
Where'd you go?
That shit is comedy.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the fuck you gun. I think I kept pulling that out a lot during my hardcore run. I'm like, I'm just tired of this dude. Fuck you.
Go home.
Go back to the library, you bitch.
But all right, I guess we can move on to RE3 since we're done here.
Probably one of my favorite arsenals in most Resident Evil titles.
You.
I have a quick question before we move on to that game. Are we also going to discuss the guns that we've seen so far in the remake, or?
I will say no because we haven't played with them yet, so I don't know you talking about them.
There's
Yeah.
not much to go by.
We don't
just
have much
gameplay.
description for them either.
Yep.
I assume. Well, I guess we could talk about it in the gameplay after the podcast because we're going to be reacting to that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so RE3, the original. What do you guys think about the guns here?
I love them all. All of them are good. All of them are
The
good.
STI
Welcome
Eagle,
back.
Jesus Christ. What is
The only thing
Dude.
I remember specifically was the M4A1 being super handy for saving ammo since it's limited.
Yeah, you just also. I'm not sure it's available in hard mode though, but you can get ammo clips for it.
Oh, can you? I thought it was one of those because I know it in the original. It's like what on a
it
percentage based
is. It
ammunition.
is one of those things though, but you can get ammo clips for it. But I
That's
don't remember if only in easy mode or is also available in hard mode.
Trying to
No,
think.
you guys will have to educate me on the Eagle, the purple gun. Is
Yeah,
that
the
a
purple
Magnum or is
handgun.
it a regular handgun?
It's a regular handgun, but in terms of like critical headshots and whatnot, it's the best gun for that. But if you want the most power from a gun, you gotta go with the custom, the not M9 custom.
Yeah, that's the only downside to
Oh,
the
I see.
Eagle is that it cannot use enhanced ammo. However, that being said, it still is a monster. It will do criticals on Nemesis like nobody's business. Do not sleep on this gun. It's like literally one of the best handguns so far in that game.
I had a
That seems like a
streak
fair
of-
trade.
I had a streak of like 10 or 11 headshots in a row with zombies.
God
Like
damn.
pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, zombies seem to suck against this thing. As soon as they come against you, they might as well come running.
About to
I
go
hope
join
they're-
Mr. X. Walk the other way.
I hope they remove the. Oh wait, no. Go ahead, Dom.
I was just gonna say too, like, the only drawback with the custom handgun in RE3 is that you can't use the enhanced ammo like you can with the Samurai Edge. So
It's still a beast. Don't sleep on that gun. It's really good. The only place I think enhanced ammo sucks is with the shotgun. Even though like it's fun to use, I feel like the recoil is just way too much. So I never use it. Enhanced ammo for the handgun is really good. So I recommend keeping that around if you're gonna do that. It's a great stopping tool for like most bosses and definitely zombies. All these guns I love. I just can't hate. I would say my favorite is definitely the custom shotgun, which I want to see again in the remake. They already confirmed Nemesis drop shit. We got to
I'm
see
glad
that.
we can actually fight them this time, Capcom.
So I'm really happy that we could just like lock back the shotgun, just like Terminator, just like Arnie did on fucking Terminator 2, and do something with that. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's see. I can't think of a real bad gun in this game. I guess we can talk about the rounds because they have a new round type, which is freeze rounds, right?
Yeah, those things are GOAT, especially against Nemesis.
Hold on, before
those things destroy him.
before you guys go on with that, is this the first game that the mine thrower got introduced to?
Yes.
Nice.
How is it in this game? I only know
It's
it
good.
from RE4 in this case.
It's
Yeah,
good. It's good as it wasn't for. Shoot it, blows up. Simple as that. It works.
Yeah, standard zombies or standard enemies, if they get stuck, they're fucked. They just blow up into pieces.
Nice rhyme, Ren. They're stuck. They're fucked.
Oh, that was unintentional, but that was unintentional.
I know in 4, I noticed a lot of people don't like using the mine thrower, but I'll save it for when we get to that.
That will be next. But
I
Dom,
would say those are the most, I guess, efficient gun because the other guns are technically better because you get the job done maybe a little faster, but it's not a bad gun in isolation.
I would
Just-
assume it's one of those guns where, like, if you plan this out ahead of time, it's good. But if it's like you need to do something on the spot, it's not because it takes a minute to go off.
Yeah, it takes seconds for that thing to blow up.
potentially.
there's also something to mention with the mine thrower. I think if the gun, it does the same shit as the grenade launcher in Resident Evil 1, the original. If the rounds are loaded, you cannot swap them out.
Oh, okay. You just have to deal.
Yeah, you just have to use all the rounds up until you're able to combine the ammo into the gun again.
Are you talking about for the mine launcher?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask Dom, like, what do you think of Carlos's pistol, Sig Pro?
So I actually think that like it's pretty nice change of pace because most of the like most of the like Stars members, they were just using custom M9s, so very different from like say like the VP70 or even like the Browning High Power from like RE2. And definitely just a nice change of pace. It's I would say it's a pretty solid gun overall. Also, did we not talk about the M4 in that game?
I think we did.
Oh, we did? I'm sorry, I must have tuned it out. The M4 is great as well. Use it.
Yeah, I was saying the M4 was really good because it saves you ammo. You can also give it to Jill if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, you can drop all your Carlos stuff for Jill, which is pretty cool. You can do that, to be honest.
Yeah, that'd save you a lot of ammo for Jill.
Thanks, Carlos. You're the best boyfriend Jill ever had.
You mean her boyfriend is not a dog? Kappa? Oh, man.
I like how Capcom had to like reassure everybody that the picture on her desk, the old picture, was just her friend and not like some other boyfriend.
I said this before. Jill is a virgin. She is a Japanese, Taiwanese virgin. And she has
She's
not
like,
been...
Are you Chris?
Japanese French.
She has not been deflowered, Dom, with a baguette.
Look, I like my old theory where like practically everyone knows that she goes around, okay? Like,
okay, that picture with Carlos on the boat and she's like semi-naked is half suspect, but whatever. So we're gonna move on to RE4.
Carlos knows he's trying to get some in the trailer.
Yes, he did. We're gonna move on to Code Veronica. I said RE4 by accident, but actually we haven't talked about Code Veronica yet. Before we begin, I kind of want to reiterate that I made a little bit of a mess up. A bit of a scratch is nothing but really just a minor inconvenience, but I have to edit some audio in here just to gather my own personal thoughts on this whole thing before we continue, so we've talked about this in full. I forgot to mention the P Epsilon BOW gas rounds in Resident Evil Code Veronica. You find this in the security corridor in the prison, and it's basically a green grenade launcher type in the game, and when you shoot someone with it, it will halve their health. It won't work on all bosses. It will work on some of them. I think one of the bosses is guaranteed to work against is the Tyrant, and I think it works against P Epsilon mostly works against the zombies, zombified enemies, and the Tyrant, those infected with T, specifically those infected with the T virus, aka the Tyrant virus. Those infected with T Veronica, it will not work against. That means Alexia, that means Alexander, aka Nosferatu. It will not work against those enemies. When you shoot someone with the P Epsilon, it does not kill them outright. What it does is it's a very cumulative effect. It halves their health over time as they take damage by being shot by the P Epsilon. It will not kill them, but it will essentially sap their health. This is a weapon that is very useful in one particular spot, and that's it. And I think that will be the Tyrant on the airplane battle that you do in the game somewhere. These rounds are very scarce. I can't really put them over in terms of them being the most useful, since you only get 3 of these rounds in the entire game, and that's quite disappointing. If you're gonna give me a new ammo type, at least let me experience this weapon more than once instead of just using it one time on the Tyrant, which is perfect, and that's it. That's how I feel about the BOW gas rounds. I felt like they do their job when you use them, but it's mostly a wasted opportunity. Mm-hmm. The guns in this game, what do you guys think of those?
They're good. Really not much to say because I haven't like done a complete playthrough of Code Veronica to this day. I have the means to play it, just haven't done it.
Hmm.
But I will say though, the duel of the weapons though, surprisingly effective.
Okay, one thing one thing I didn't know actually in battle game is the Lugers are really fucking good in terms of headshots. So you aim up, you fire.
I was gonna say those things look so stupid. Like just I watched gameplay for. I watched you play. I was like,
yeah, I found
heads
that
are coming
out.
off like paper.
Heads were rolling in that, dude. It's just so good.
Steve is actually GOAT.
The only thing that sucks is you
Nah,
can't.
fuck that kid.
You can't use them in main game. And that sucks. I wish he would have gave them to you and you could have ammo and shit.
Man, he's been a bitch in one of them, so I gave it to him.
You
I
let her
forgot
stand.
about the bow gun. How good is it in Code Veronica? Isn't it like her main weapon for most of
It's
the game?
better. It's better
It's
than two.
better. It has multiple bolts, I believe.
That's right. Yeah, they put in the explosive bolts, right?
Those rounds are boss killers, dude. Seriously, you definitely want to use those against bosses. I'm trying to think of what else they have here. Obviously, the knife is the most OP thing in this game if you know how to use it right. In the right hands, it's the greatest tool ever.
Wow.
What were you saying, Dan?
No, I was like, wow, a knife that's actually useful. It doesn't need to be stored in a box this time.
Yeah.
I believe it's like the best in the series, right? The knife in Code Veronica.
One of the best in series.
Yeah, one of the best because knives started getting like a little bit better from here on out. The Glock, I know you get this and you get the modified Glock as well, which is good for crits, I believe. You're definitely gonna want to upgrade that when you start playing with Chris and knocking those zombies back. All the dual weapons are really nice as well. I just can't think of a bad gun or a gun that's hard to use outside of the slow ass sniper rifle. I just felt like it was like for this boss fight that was what is it, the Ashford father or whatever, I forget his name, Alexander. You need to aim at his chest and you only have 7 bullets and it's just so slow that you have to zoom in and it's weird, and I didn't really find like much use for this gun outside of that fight. Once you use it, at least you'll be done with it, which is nice. But yeah, that's the only gun I don't like in the game. Everything else is gold. The only thing I can say is that the sniper rifle, or well, I talked about sniper rifle, it's trash. Not the sniper rifle, but the Claire handgun that you get, the burst, it's another weapon that unfortunately eats up way too much ammo. That's about it. Like, shotgun's great, and I didn't even know that. Well, I guess you get the rocket launcher post game. Obviously, linear launcher is just Alexia killer, so it kind of sucks. But once you kill her, you're done with it. That's about it. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Unless you want to mention the Godfather, which is the AK. That's probably the best weapon to use against like normal enemies.
Man.
Yeah, the AK is okay.
Look, man, it's not a rocket launcher. No one cares, Captain.
Damn,
There
really?
is also there is also the Glock that Chris had, right? And that also had like custom parts too.
No, well,
Modified Glock 17.
I think it didn't have custom parts. It's just, you know, that turntable in the back of one of the facilities. It just gives you the option. Hey, Chris can modify this gun, and he just fixes it up, and it turns into the modified Glock.
Yeah.
The custom parts is only for Claire, I believe, for her handgun in particular. She gets the stock and the 3 bursts, just like Leon did in RE2. But overall, I would say it's just by the numbers, most of the guns in this game are really good. I can't think of many trash ones outside of the sniper rifle. But I guess we can move on to the big one,
The GOAT.
which is RE4. This is gonna be probably this is probably gonna be
There's a
long.
long ass list.
Oof. All right. So who wants to go first
Yeah.
on this?
This I'm gonna start with like the handguns. Like the GOAT of the handguns is definitely the Red Non, followed by the I think was it the Blacktail or Matilda?
It's called Blacktail.
Yeah, because the freaking Red 9, man, it's insane how much damage this thing does. You can pop off heads in a heartbeat, and
Yep. Rapid succession.
yeah, it's like by all accounts, it is definitely one of, if not the best handgun. But it does have its flaws though to counteract its godness. It has pretty wacky aim stability, so you have to get the stock for it to keep it stable.
Which means less
And
space
also-
in the inventory.
Yeah.
I mean, once you get a super Syndicate, man, like that fucking matters, right? But that, and also the reload speed is slower than the standard clip cousins, because you know you guys do that weird thing, you put the bullets in the chamber and took the thing away, whereas the other guns will just
Yeah.
a lot of shit in.
So
Yep.
so basically the Red 9, which is an actual nickname for the Mauser, C9, C96, I think it's called in real life. Basically, it's a Mauser. Also, another nickname for it is a broom handle because of the fucking stock. But you'd also kind of know that if you've played MGS3 because Eva uses that gun. So the thing with that gun is that unlike most modern handguns that use a standard magazine, it actually uses a little magnetic clip basically, and you essentially have to just put the ammunition from the top and just slide in all of the ammunition down into the gun and then pull out the little clip before it can fire again. So that's in game, that they did that, and it gives it less or it gives it a longer reload time essentially, because you don't just put in the magazine and just continue firing. I would say, like, in comparison between all the other handguns, I think probably the only gun that is actually on par with it as far as like damage output it goes is the Blacktail.
I'm trying to think. I think I used the Blacktail as my normal run pistol, and then for some reason, I'm professional. I'm like, you know what? Let's use the Punisher, which is surprisingly handy.
There's one thing I do want to know is that each gun has its own unique like super custom thing once you upgrade the maximum. Because I think what's this the starting not shotgun starting handgun, because that gun has like the highest critical chance once you max out its upgrades.
Me and Dom were just talking about the Silver Ghost before we came in here.
Yeah, Silver Ghost. It's the one with the highest handgun crit. Oh, I love this website because they even show you when you click on the guns, they show you all the upgrades before you get them.
Yep.
And the exclusive one is, it tells you exactly what it is. I love those.
Yeah. That's
increase performing a critical headshot. Yeah.
Which I feel dumb that I have never done a Silver Ghost playthrough, because critical headshots is GOAT. Body shots are irrelevant. You want their heads to come off.
Jesus Christ, no wonder Brandon uses the Red 9.
Yeah, Red 9's OP.
Raises firepower by 6.5, and the end is 3.7.
Yep. It's literally like the most firepower-inducing, damaging gun that you can get. But I'm trying to think, like, usually I rock with the Punisher or the Red 9. Like, Red 9 as power, and then the Punisher as the one that shoots through shields. Because
I'm actually glad. I'm actually glad I used the Punisher for professional, because that saved me some problems.
I hate those fuckers with the shields so much.
I'm one of the normies that just
for piercing.
Yep.
I'm one of the normies that just went up to him and blow the face off with a shotgun.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. You can do that.
What a casual.
All right, let's move on to.
I'm working.
Let's move on to shotguns, people. Unless someone has like an opinion on the
we
Matilda.
got Magnums next, actually.
Oh, Magnums.
Yeah, Magnums are after.
Well, let's
All
do
right,
it.
that's easy. Other than obviously the hand cannon, but the Killer 7's lit. I love that gun.
Broken Butterfly's pretty good too.
Yeah, I'm admittedly kind of split between the Broken Butterfly and Killer 7, because obviously the revolver is stronger than the Killer 7, but the Killer 7 has more ammunition to work with.
I think ammo, in my opinion, ammo outweighs it in this case.
14 rounds.
That, or if your aim is on point though, then power outweighs the ammo.
I believe reload speed is also better on the Killer 7, which is
it's a clip.
I remember the revolver is quite slow on reload.
The Killer 7 is a great little reference to the Capcom franchise known as Killer 7, obviously, and it even has the actual like logo for that game on the gun when you examine it.
I was gonna say, wasn't that gun the thing that made the game happen? Kind of, sort of, like they were inspired by it or something like that.
No,
I've read something somewhere about that gun inspiring them to make it.
No, the game came out prior to RE4, which is what prompted them to make a reference to it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this gun was also used in Terminator, but it was a pistol.
Yes, it is the same handgun that Arnold Schwarzenegger uses in Terminator 1.
Daddy Arnie.
Oh man, that's awesome.
The goat.
The god.
I will say though, as far as like as far as like guns and whatnot go, like because I don't mean to bring this back to handguns, because although it's kind of in relation to that, did anyone bring up the fact that Wesker is the only character that has a suppressor in Mercenaries?
No.
He uses suppressor in his canon scenarios and Umbrella Chronicles too. I'm guessing because he does. Well, I can't say stealth operations when he literally just punches his way through and shoot shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, what do you mean stealth?
So, but yeah, that's pretty interesting nonetheless, though. I don't think it has any drawbacks to it in a way, considering it's more like a compensator. I guess.
Thought it was kind of. I was gonna say, I thought the pistol itself was kind of weak in firepower.
I think mostly what happens is when people play Mercenaries, they tend to get rid of the suppressor anyway. So I don't think it has any like special properties or whatever that you can use. I'm not sure if the mods do anything in particular when you take this gun over to story mode with the suppressor, because maybe it could have some use there and not make any noise, but I have not seen many people.
Says all it does is it's just a standard. Oh, it has its critical headshots increased by 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't alert enemies when you fire it.
That makes sense.
Like
that
just whatever.
Considering that I see these dudes popping heads left and right with this damn gun.
It's the only thing I knew. The only thing I knew about this gun was that it's useful for fighting the Garradors because since they can't hear it.
Yeah, that's basically why most people get rid of it on most of the stages on Mercenaries. So
yeah, you don't need it on Waterworld. Holy fucking shit.
You only fight the Garradors on the castle?
Yes.
Yep.
And sometimes you can fight up to like 3 at once. So
yeah, you definitely would want it for that.
Yeah, but anywhere else where the Ganado is like on red alert and you have the Super Salvador, you might as well just get it out of here.
Actually, it looks like it's the Silver Ghost with just a suppressor.
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it literally is.
Damn,
I don't know.
Wesker jacked as shit.
I don't know why in particular they gave Wesker that gun. I don't know if it's just because they didn't want to give him his samurai edge or whatever the case may be, but there's only 2 characters in Mercenaries that have specifically custom tailored guns, and that is Hunk with his custom TMP that already has a pre-attached stock to it and a custom like laser attachment, and then Krauser with his bow. Nobody in the game has a bow, and I thought that was kind of interesting that they did that.
That bow is lit as fuck.
Doesn't Ada have a bow in separate ways?
Hey, go back to shotguns, man. We're diverging a little bit here.
Yeah, we
fine.
do.
If it ain't the striker, I'm not using it.
Actually, I got
the riot gun isn't bad.
No, I was saying the riot gun is my preferred gun because it has the most reach of all the guns, and I think spread. Now the what's the other gun called again?
Striker.
Yeah, Striker is, I can understand why it's a go-to gun because you can max out the capacity up to 100 bullets, so you have a clean inventory. Though, but the riot shotgun served me well more times than not.
It just looks cooler when reloading that shit as opposed to the Striker. It's weird.
Exactly.
But you guys are kind of forgetting the most important part about the Striker, and that is the Dipman glitch.
Is that the glitch where you run through the map? I saw you do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I did it too.
I do not care
I
about that
shit. I didn't tell you, I don't think. You know the double El Gigante fight?
Yeah.
I skipped both of those idiots on professional.
I had to fight them with
I went through the map and I went to the door and I skipped all of it.
I had to fight them with a handgun, so I felt the pain on that one.
I fought them like a real Chad.
I say my ammo like a smart person.
Yeah, I had ammo too.
I did fight both of them on normal the first time around though, which was a pain. I actually didn't opt to drop either of them in the lava.
I think we're all in agreement though that the standard shotgun is trash, right?
Yeah,
it is. Even with
it's not even worth upgrading. It's like as soon as you get the don't upgrade it. Just have the shotgun as a backup, and as soon as you get the riot gun, sell that shit.
No, actually, I upgraded to get more money when I sell it.
That's fair,
Mhm.
but I'm just saying. Usually, though, like for utility, you don't need to upgrade it. It's one of
The
those guns
riot-
like you.
the riot
Once you
gun is
get the
always
riot gun, there's no point in using the other
Actually,
shotgun.
no, like no, just upgrade its either its capacity or its firepower to get through the portion of the game until you get the riot gun. That's the
Yeah.
only time you should really get upgraded.
You don't get that
The-
until
the-
the castle, right?
Yeah, yeah, you don't get it
dude.
till you're done with the village.
Mm. So
I
what's-
always just said fuck it. I just have it and I'll just sell it off once I get the riot gun.
So are we doing like
so-
snipers next?
Yeah, snipers next.
Oh boy, this is gonna be such a hard one.
Oh boy.
Man, which one is it?
What do you guys think about that semi-auto one? The
I
one
knew.
called-
It's totally whack, dog. Like that's so meta.
No,
It's all
but-
about the rifle with scope.
the only-
Oh.
The rifle.
All right, here's the consensus. If you use the original rifle, you're wasting your time. It's as simple as that. It's a waste of money to me.
I will see. I will actually beg to differ there.
You want to fight?
And the reason why I'm not saying that like yeah you wouldn't be like you couldn't use the like the better one, the semi-auto one, because it is technically better. However, I would not say that the initial sniper rifle that you get early on in the game is a waste, because it does actually get pretty powerful like as you upgrade it and whatnot. And I
I'm
think
gonna be quite frank though, the way the gun functions, like trying to aim down with it,
It's
each
also
shot takes
slow.
forever to reload. Yeah, like it's not,
that's it has its drawbacks, but I would not say it's like completely useless.
I'm gonna be honest though, the drawbacks outweigh the pros. Like, yeah, it is technically a
It's
stronger
powerful, but
gun.
if you're good at the game, you really don't need that particular sniper.
Not only
like,
You
that,
actually
know your
don't
shit.
need a sniper to begin with. If you're really good, you could actually snipe with just your handgun. If you want to
yeah,
really
but
go
you just
that
need to forget on PS4 that bug exists, so you better
Yeah.
off using a sniper rifle.
Although I did start abusing that bug. You can turn faster than the quick turn with that bug.
The fuck?
You can rapid spin like a fucking Pokemon. It is ridiculous.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's
It's actually, I actually think that bug is a blessing, because you can make all these sharp turns immediately. What you just tap the aim button and let go on the spot,
Nothing's a
and it
blessing,
actually
that's a
makes you turn faster than the quick turn.
But I think we're all in agreement with the standard rifle that the reload animation is a beautiful thing to look at.
I mean, it's nice. It's a nice animation, but it's that
It's
30
amazing.
frames ain't happening.
I think that was
Capcom.
the joke, was that it's 30 frames.
Yeah, nice Capcom.
Oh.
Every gun, by the way, for the record, every gun in RE4 HD has that 30 frame reload for some stupid reason.
It's specifically the sniper rifles.
Yeah,
Is it the
sniper rifle.
handgun reload slow too?
It's choppy, dude.
Uh,
It's really choppy.
It's specifically the sniper rifles that have a borked 30 FPS animation that they never fixed.
I feel like it's such a
Basically
simple patch.
all the problems that are present on the PS4 and Xbox One versions of RE4 HD are the same problems that RE4 on PC has. With the Ultimate HD version, I should mention, because there's two different ports. Which is why fans were not having that shit, and they're going out of their way to basically make their own HD version of the game. So
Which I do
game
not blame
that-
them. That shit is lazy as hell, Capcom.
I can't front though. That mod has been in development for so long. Like, is it still being like talked about? Is it,
I would believe
yeah,
so.
they're
yes.
still updating it.
because good gun. It's been like. Rock
I mean,
under
the
for
solution
a
would be
minute.
Capcom got off their ass and fixed it for us, but they're not gonna do that.
Capcom patching shit to fix their games.
It seems like such a glaring, like it's so glaring to look at. It's like, is Leon in slow motion?
Oh, they're not
Patches
going back
that
to
fix
fix
stuff.
that.
What is this?
No.
Jokes aside, actually, did anybody bring up the fact that you can get like the thermal scope on the sniper rifles? Like,
The infrared, yeah.
yeah.
No, but it basically is just for that section in the lab where you go against the regenerators, and you can see the plagas inside of them, so you can kill them.
Though, in my opinion, I will say, because of the glitch with the knife and stuff, or not really a glitch, but the exploit with the knife makes the infrared useless. Have you done that? I assume, right, Ren?
Where you blow off their leg and slice them.
Yeah, you blow off their leg and then just stab their ass until they explode, basically.
Yeah, that's true. I would assume though that
So silly. It takes forever though.
I would assume they designed this in mind with the fact that if you didn't know how to do this, then you would obviously use the thermal scope. But if you just shoot off their lab and stab,
scope because it takes too damn long just to knife them. I got bored of it. Like after
I
the
think
first
the
time.
yeah, I was gonna say I think the reason I didn't once Dom mentioned that I started doing because I'm like I'm kind of a stickler with inventory space, so I'm like, well, if the scope is for one thing and that one thing now does not require it, what's the point in me having it?
Yep.
For
Because
later
you could
playthroughs.
basically knife for generators, so
just sell it.
I mean, for later playthroughs, that's for one. But
Yeah, and I get a thick look at the regenerators. Some things are thick.
TMP, are we skipping that? Because it's probably trash.
I guess
the
we can
excuse
do-
is actually good. Actually, Dom's
Excuse you?
Well,
TMP is trash.
Dan, you're gonna have to
Dude,
fight.
is
You don't-
literally one of the best DPS weapons in the freaking game.
Also,
It is-
ammo conservation as well.
Exactly. Like if you want to pass up the handgun, you can actually use the TMP as a replacement. But as a real Chad, I use both.
See,
Yeah,
as a
when
real
you-
Chad, I hoard up
Good.
all the TMP ammo and use it for really long segments of just hordes of enemies because it's good
long.
for hordes.
I'm glad Dom talked me into that. I had like 600 bullets for that thing. I was like, yeah, the castle's fucked. Nobody's standing.
Oh yeah, you're one of those plus that said that the gun sucked.
I
How you feel
did, and
now?
then Dom convinced me to try it, which is why I said before. And I'm glad I did because I had too much ammo. I actually had to start using the TMP just to free up space.
Freaking normies, I swear.
I'll go get my case. I showed it to Ren. I'll show my professional case later.
all right.
You don't want to see my case, man. It's actually it shouldn't like be looked the way it does. It's
Yeah.
custom, full of ammo, healing items, every single gun imaginable.
Yeah, dude, my shit was an armory. Ren's like, how are you this strapped on professional? I'm like, I'm just really stingy about my shots.
I'm like, my
Admittedly, though,
man, how do
professional
you,
does eat up more ammo, but if you play your cards right, though, you'll be fine.
it's like, how do you have much ammo like that, my man? That's crazy.
I gotta find it. Yeah, Ren was like, are you sure you're not on normal?
Yeah, I was like, I never seen that much ammo on professional.
I was like, I am strapped for this party.
Let's rock.
I guess we could talk about miscellaneous weapons because they're scattered about. So you got the special weapons, you got the typewriter, mine thrower. How you guys feel about
Custom
those?
TMP.
Custom TMP.
We haven't talked about the grenades. Which, you know what?
grenades.
Yeah, let's do it. What's your favorite grenade between the three?
Flash.
Yes.
Flash is the goat.
Yeah, so Brandon likes everything. I would say
Yes.
Flash as well because, Plug-Us hate it. They die one hit.
Look, man, all of them had a use to it. I could burn birds, blow up nullas,
can
and
burn
flash
the
flash those alien things. Yeah.
I always use a flash
So-
grenade on the birds
Man, why though? You can cook them. Free
because
food.
they don't miss. He
Look,
don't
free
miss.
food. Free food though.
Free food.
I do like the incendiary as well for that. Although I use the flash because it just doesn't miss. Like if you need to kill
Yeah,
a
it
whole
doesn't.
flock of birds, it will kill every single one of them without fail.
Or use the plaga remover laser.
Dude,
We're not talking cheat codes.
yes. I think that's the.
That thing is a walking cheat.
Yeah, I think it kills every single person with a plug inside of them.
Yep, it doesn't matter.
Even bosses, it's like they're fucked.
Man, how did Leon get dead? Like, what was that doing in operation? Get that to Chris real quick.
It's like what
Well,
alien?
I think it is literally the Plagos remover that's been fashioned into a gun
Yeah.
from the story.
So
Yeah, how you
Luis,
do it though?
I don't know. Luis is on some crack. or
Umbrella
something.
Tech, they're still around.
Luis is
Probably
on.
not.
Luis is on crack, dude.
You just
Oh,
reminded me.
man.
This is like off topic, but me and Dom were talking about this. How is it? It's so dumb that Lewis is not a mercenary character. He could have had the red 9 for mercenaries.
Yep.
F for Lewis.
That was an L, dude. I was like, why is he not in?
Big F for Lewis.
The biggest F.
No more police.
Any more talk on the special weapons like the hand cannon?
The other walking cheat code.
Yeah, mostly all of
Yeah,
these.
the fact that it starts out with 3 rounds and like gets even more powerful the more you upgrade it.
Dude,
Yes, because that thing needed upgrades. Capcom said you're not killing them hard enough, unfortunately.
But you have to like grind blood, sweat, and tears and mercenaries to get that thing. I'm never getting that thing.
That's fucking
And
easy.
sweat and tears.
That's
Easy for you, I
Mercenaries is
suck.
Easy.
Yeah, easy for
I
you.
got-
Good scrubs.
But yeah, easy for you, not easy for everybody else.
What about you,
Doom.
Brandon? How do you fare on mercenaries for that? Like the highest scores?
I just don't like playing with Leon.
Leon, Ada are not my
Leon,
thing.
yeah, Leon's whack. Ada's not bad because of the Punisher.
I am the Punisher.
Obviously, everybody above them is pretty good. Hunk is a walking cheat himself.
Krauser is bullshit. He's broken, man.
His
Why?
goddamn soul edge
Because his
on.
arrow is one shot headshot, and he has the fucking the screw you arm laser.
Yes.
Wesker's also kind of stupid, not just because of the silence pistol, just his melee just knocks everything
Well,
out of
It's Wesker, Krauser, and Hunk. That's all you should care about.
Yo.
pretty much, yeah. Though it's painful to get to them if you aren't good with Leon and Ada.
Yeah, like shit.
Also, I like Dom showing me the strategy for Leon is just spam the handgun, spam the gun, just keep firing, just don't stop. There's no precise nothing, just hit him.
All right, let's move on to
Yes.
another one here, which is Resident Evil 5, another long one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, boy.
The big gun list. Let's see this.
So I think we should categorize again to make this
Jesus.
easier.
Exactly.
Because
Like,
Brandon,
it's hard from the top.
El Brandito has the right idea here with all these guns. Holy shit. So we're going to
All
start
right,
with
shoot.
handguns.
Good God, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Handguns?
Oh, okay, man. I don't know where to begin with this one. I gotta say, maybe the HNK P8 or the SIG. Like, those are probably. I never use those guns on my normal playthrough because I don't know why. But on PC, which I'm playing right now, by the way. Yeah, these guns are amazing. Like, I sleep on these guns.
Yeah, I would say you slept.
Yeah,
Fucking amazing.
Sour is great. The Raffica is great. Also, can I just say
Raffica's
that
stupid.
the M93, which is basically the Beretta Raffica, great thing about that gun, just like pretty much, I want to say every single RE game that has a burst handgun is pressure sensitive. So if you like barely pull the trigger in game, you'll do like a single shot. So it'll be semi-auto as opposed to the full round, like 3-round burst.
Yeah, once you get it there, in my opinion, there's no reason to use any other handgun. Because it has both functions, so what's the point?
I'm trying to think. Which one was Jill's handgun?
Is it listed?
11?
Jill's handgun?
I think.
The
Oh no,
the
hers was
one
like
in,
a custom made one.
yeah,
The one in Desperate Escape,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but my favorite handgun actually is has to be the M92 because of the critical headshot.
Isn't that like is that Chris's standard starting?
Yeah, it's a standard
Yes.
one.
Isn't it the one where if you upgrade it all the way, you get like 100 bullets?
Yes.
I think that's the one.
Yes, it is. It
Yeah.
is.
It says
Which is
capacity
also
100.
stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really good though. Like the amount of critical headshots you can do with this damn thing. Like it broke the frame rate just now, actually.
If it break the frames, it's automatically good.
I guess we
Yeah.
can do shotguns. Everyone knows.
Shotguns, yeah.
Everyone knows what's
Hydra's
gonna
the
happen.
The Hydra. That's not even a
Hydra.
question, honestly.
The Hydra is king.
Hydra is the goat, no question about
Wesker is
it.
a cheating fuck.
I love him in Mercenaries and
Chris
Burst
and
Mode.
Wesker and Mercenaries.
Oh yeah, I forgot Chris had the Hydra with the warrior outfit, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Though if we're talking non-special shotguns, Jailbreaker is pretty stupid. Although the M3
M3
is surprisingly
not
reliable.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, none of the shotguns are really bad in this game.
the
They're all
Ithaca is
equally strong.
underwhelming, but it's not awful. It gets the
Yeah,
job
it's
done
not
pushing.
that
I only
bad.
use shotguns to push people away.
Although it could be better.
hmm
It could be better, but yeah, M3 is pretty reliable. The Jailbreaker is stupid, obviously, and the Hydra doesn't need any explanation.
All right, let's do an interesting one. Submachine guns.
Oh boy.
This is probably the most underwhelming category, to be quite honest, though. But if I had to pick, it would be the MP5 or the VZ16-1.
Oh, low submachine. I never really used that much, honestly.
So actually,
one?
this category it should be actually submachine guns and assault rifles because
Yeah.
there's two as far as automatic
SIG.
goes.
The SIG
Yeah,
and the-
but they categorize them as machine guns, so we gotta keep it with the meta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But as far as that goes, I would say the probably the 6 Sauer 5.56 or
Yeah, the SIG is
the
good.
AK-74 are probably the best ones to use in my opinion because of the high amount of damage.
I strongly disagree with that one. I found it more or less reliable compared to like the faster fire rates because stun locking.
The only thing with the SIG, from my recollection, is it does have some recoil. It's not one of those guns you want a full auto with it.
But
Yeah,
both
it's not a still gun.
AK-74 and 5.56 have quite high recoil, so that.
No, the
that's what
AK,
the
yeah,
low highs are.
that was to be expected.
The AK is not too bad, but the SIG I think is the one that Stars Chris uses in Mercenaries.
He
It
does.
moves around a lot when
He
you
does.
shoot a
It-
bunch of ammo.
It's one of those guns. It's one of those machine guns you actually want to tap the button instead of holding it.
Holding it down, yeah.
If I can't hold down the button, that's automatically ill.
Yeah, the gun is very jumpy, and I say this is like a Stars Chris
Yep.
main. If you wanna really do damage with stuff, you might as well use the Magnum. But
Well,
I
before we
guess
get to the Magnum, what about sniper rifles?
yeah, sniper
Hey.
rifles.
The goats.
PSG one.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
which one are you
PSG.
actually gonna say is the best? Huh?
That's a dead giveaway.
Yep.
Dragunov is cool looking, but yeah, obviously the PSG one outranks everything. It's
The
stupid.
S75 has a lot of recoil in it when you shoot a bullet, I think.
Isn't that
never
the whole
used it.
action?
Oh no, I haven't. Wait, no, I think I did use it. I can't.
Or is it the Dragunov where the entire weapon just like moves upward when you shoot? That's kind of annoying.
I don't remember. I
Yeah,
just
I don't
know.
remember it.
I just know like both guns outweigh the bolt action in this game for sure. The only reason you want to upgrade it is because of the longbow. That's it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was gonna say y'all ignoring the longbow.
Oh, that's like special weapon
No,
upgrades.
no, that's not even a sniper rifle. That's just cheating.
That's a cheese weapon.
Yeah, that's just cheating.
That's some cheating shit. All right, Magnums.
S&W M500.
Honestly, all of them are good though, but obviously the worst one would have to be the very first
the M29.
Smith
Yeah.
and Wesson. I like that gun.
Well,
But,
I do too. It's called the M500.
Yes.
but I would assume, yeah, that's hand cannon low. I'm sure that will wreck anything, honestly.
Yes.
Although, admittedly, I am a
Smith and
bit of
Wesson
a-
were my best friends.
Although, admittedly, I am a little bit of a fanboy for the Lightning Hawk. I do just enjoy it as a gun in general. It's
Yeah,
pretty damn good.
Lightning's pretty good.
It's was my main Magnum until I got the M500.
I would say it's a balanced, reliable out of all the Magnums, and then obviously the 500's like high recoil, but it blows everything away. So who cares?
And pierces too, so like that's worth it. Although don't use that shit against Jill. Trust me on that.
You know what's funny? I actually have shot her. I went against Dom's wishes and hit her chest with it. Those
Nice.
cities are resilient.
All
It
right.
wasn't a tits, man.
All right. So miscellaneous: grenade launcher, rocket launcher, stun rod, Gatling gun,
The grenade
longbow.
launcher is surprisingly versatile in your first playthrough, but after you start unlocking infinite ammo, so like, you don't need that shit anymore.
No,
I don't have much experience with the grenade launcher.
it's
Yeah, like all of them are okay, but the best ones are definitely like the explosive rounds. The electric rounds I never found too much use for, personally.
What about
We
nitro?
list the stun rod.
Nitro, that's the free stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's obvious. You freeze enemies in place.
We didn't talk about stun rod yet. I will mention flash rounds. They're pretty good for getting enemies like the fuck up off you, and you can hit them with melees.
Also, it says one shot to plug us too, right?
The
Yep.
flash, yeah.
That's a big one because I hate dealing with them.
Yeah, you use a flash on the grenade launcher as well, and that gets the job done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Stun rod is slept on. It is good. It's really good.
Yeah, it does a lot of
surprisingly good against normal enemies. You can actually save ammo quite easily with it.
It's
But
slow
it's-
as fuck, but it's worth
But
it.
it's not good for bosses.
It's
Oh,
not
so
good against
somebody didn't know.
anything that's not a regular Magini it's useless.
Mm.
A magician.
Which is
Black magician man.
Longbow is broken because I think it's one shot, so it's a fuck
It
you
is one
gun.
shot.
Yep.
And then you got the Gatling gun, which is the GOAT, because it is
The
legit a
Mercenary
good weapon.
King? The king
Because
of mercenaries
actually,
mode.
it protects your backs against some enemy attacks.
I think even the chainsaw too. The backpack protects you from getting your head
It's
chopped.
so stupid, man. It's so good.
Okay,
The only thing I don't like about the Gatling gun is obviously it protects your back, but the pack is so big it's hard to see past it.
that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
You know,
Yeah.
That's
So
the only
it fucks
issue.
up your vision a little bit. But on the other hand, it is the king of mercenaries.
Yep.
There's no better gun for mercenaries than the Gatling gun, in my opinion.
The goat.
All right, I think we're done with guns here, so we're gonna move on to the last category.
Oh,
which
hold
is...
on. You slept on one thing, Ren.
I did.
What was that?
Proxy mine.
That-
Oh yeah.
Never
shit.
sleep on proxy mines. They will save your ass in a jiff.
Oh, I mean, if you sleep on Proxima, you die. So
Okay.
Okay, I need to ask a question here. For the Reapers, the proximity bomb, are they the best thing to use against them?
no.
If you need to put them or get them away from you, yes, but you could
I
use
think-
grenades.
I think it only like stuns them, only briefly. The proxy mine is good against most of the enemies except for the Reapers because they have armor.
And the
Yeah,
big
you
bat.
gotta, like spamming like grenade stuff and whatnot, or magnum the fuck out of them.
I know JJ sure as fuck doesn't like those mines.
OJ.
Angry, Fat Joe. I mean,
Fat Joe.
Joe.
yeah, I call him Fat Joe because JJ like, no, I'm calling him Joe.
And we have the last section, which is RE6.
Boo.
They have some guns that stand
They
out.
have some.
but-
They have some good guns.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
some,
I wonder which one Ren's going to mention.
Look, the
fucking
freaking-
quick shot Hydra and the fucking quick shot anti-tank rifle.
look, man,
Fuck
the
that
Hydra
gun.
is
Damn it,
so...
Dumbo.
Fuck that gun in Survivors. That gun can eat a dick.
Shove
Oh,
the
this-
anti-tank
the
up your ass.
Hydra shotgun is so nerfed compared to its Resident Evil 5 counterpart.
All right, well let's start this off with categorizing this. So, I want to do this with sniper rifles first. So anti-material is the best
Of
weapon ever
course.
because
It's in the name.
in Survivors you can literally stun lock people to death over and over again with peers, and I like it.
One shot to the head almost guarantees you're dead.
You just have to quick
Oh my-
shot it. Actually, you don't even have to aim it.
It's broken no matter what you use it for. Enemies, players, they're done.
Ustanok.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, that fucks up Usanok a lot. Let's see, and I guess most of these are good, except I would say the lowest tier would be bolt action, of course, because it takes a while to really get shots in. But it's not that bad against like normal Juavo, so I would say it's good against them. Next,
There's the semi-auto sniper rifle, which I think a majority of the characters get.
It's not bad.
Piers,
not bad.
Basically based off of it's the M14 extreme battle rifle, so
Yeah,
it's pretty solid in that game.
Piers gets it with his NASCAR outfit,
Yep.
so that's why I pretty much enjoy it.
Agent has it by default.
NASCAR racer.
It's like the only decent gun Agent has. I don't remember if he has the AR or not.
He
Agent
has Jake's
the-
gun, Jake's
he
handgun,
has
and that.
and yeah.
Mhm.
In versus
also
mode, he
has
only
the
has the
knife.
lightning hawk.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, see, at least he has a lightning hawk. We haven't talked about the Go. We gonna talk about pistols?
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that. So best pistols.
Wing shooter.
I knew everyone's
Get
gonna
it.
mention
Leon's
that.
guns.
Yeah.
The fact that they're dual wieldable already go.
No, best handgun is definitely Sherry's because she gets to switch between triple and single, and her guns are a headshot machine. Either that or the 909, I think, which is Chris's guns.
I think Jake has it too.
The 909.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is Jake's
for-
gun, and
For style purposes, yeah, I agree. The wing shooters are GOAT for just dual wielding though, but for practical, like legit, it's either the triple shot or the 909 are the best handguns.
Really, I found dual wielding the wing shooters reliable.
I think it's because it's a faster rate of fire with the 909.
Then also you burn way too much ammo with dual wielding. So if you
yeah,
want
that
to
is true. You
If you're an amateur aiming for body shots,
even with headshots though, you also have a higher chance of missing.
I think wing shooter is probably better in mercenaries because of the power quick shots that you can do.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
those are
basically
super
style on
broken.
people.
Yeah. All
Although I
right.
didn't realize the triple shot because I forgot about Revelations, Revelations 2, and I don't know about 1 if it's in that. I didn't know the triple shot came from RE6.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the sheriff's guns.
Completely forgot.
Let's move on to, let me see here, Magnums, which is very fast.
Elephant Killer.
He knows. The boy knows.
I like using Jake in mercenaries,
put
even though
in-
my main is Leon.
They kind of put in the only 2 magnums that anybody remotely gives a crap about.
Yep, just the SNW 500 and the Lightning Hawk again.
Yep, the goats.
The goats.
I'm trying to think. What about assault rifles? Can we say the ammo box is trash?
Yeah, it really is.
Holy
Yeah,
shit, man! I got
it doesn't do
Beta's
anything.
SMG is god awful.
The Bear Commander is the goat. We already know that.
That's because it has
That's
the
Chris's, right?
yes.
Yep.
And
Yeah, honestly, the best AR is definitely Chris's.
doesn't it have like a grenade launcher at the bottom? that you
Yeah,
can
it
use?
switches. You can switch to a grenade launcher, but it has limited ammo.
Yeah.
Who has the assault rifle RN? Is that Leon?
RN.
It has a bayonet on it.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
it's
that's Leon.
his pirate outfit. His pirate.
How is that gun? I don't remember.
It's alright.
It's
good.
okay.
It's okay.
It's all right.
But not as
cool
good as the
looking
bear.
gun,
Not as
though.
good as the Bear Commander.
Like in terms of looks, though, it's cooler than Bear now. But the GOAT AR is definitely Chris's AR.
Mm.
Yeah, Chris has a G36 and
It's a G36.
yeah, that's a G36.
It's a
and then
customized one.
I can't even
Leon
tell
has
it's a
a-
G36.
Leon has a AK-esque build. I believe that's the Galil, but I'm not too certain.
Let me see.
And
he's
then,
5.56. Yep.
And then I believe the one that's in both Jake and Ada's campaigns are like basically like M4 style carbines. So
Oh wait a minute. What is this
Mhm.
gun? The assault rifle for special tactics.
Ah, fuck.
That might
Oh,
be
well.
Agent's gun. No, that's Chris's default gun.
Is it?
Also,
I think at the very start of the
I was gonna
story.
post
Yeah.
it just
Yeah, that's Chris's
But-
default gun. The Baron. Who that belong to?
the bear,
Yeah.
the bear commander is Sherry and Jake's.
Sherry's.
And
Yeah, that's a GOAT
special,
one.
yeah, special tactics is Chris.
Okay, I do not remember this gun at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got them confusing because yeah, Chris's gun is really strong for some reason.
They kind of look the same too, so that's probably why the confusion happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next up, shotguns. Easy. Either assault or Hydra, in my opinion. The normal shotgun is.
I
Honestly, shotguns are underwhelming in this game.
They
I think
are.
the assault one's the best. I think the Hydra is a little too nerfed in 6.
I don't have a favorite shotgun. All of them are. The assault shotgun is definitely the best one, but it's the shotguns in general are just kind of underwhelming.
The only reason why I would say is better than a normal is because it seems like it's a little bit more versatile, especially when you play with Helena, because she can do that rolling like sort of sprint where she can just jump everywhere with the shotgun and do these charge shots, which is cool.
Yep.
Mhm.
But other than that, the shotguns they're not as good as RE5 in this game.
Nope.
All right, next up is the miscellaneous, which is rocket launcher, grenade launcher, all the other stuff.
The grenade launcher is actually pretty good in 6.
Yeah, it's only supposed to Chris, as far as I'm concerned, because he doesn't get a particular weapon that other characters get. I think it's a Magnum. I mean, Chris doesn't get the Magnum in his campaign, so they gave him the rocket launcher. I mean, grenade launcher.
That thing
think
is
that's what-
that thing is dumb as hell in Mercenaries with Carla. Holy shit.
So I think, did we mention like the crossbow and how you can do like explosive rounds with Ada, but it's trash? Like,
Oh god.
Yep, it takes
Crossbow
forever.
is a waste of my time. I hate that gun so much in this game.
It's the worst gun in the game because it has like the worst fire rate, the worst damage output, the worst like reload speed. Like everything
Not
about
even
that
gun.
crossbow is just
That's
trash.
not even a gun.
It's a trash bow.
it's a fucking pellet gun. Okay, it's not even a real gun.
It's a BB gun.
How Ada have all these connections? She can't have a real gun though.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, her ammo box.
Get a handgun, bitch.
Garbo.
This is why I don't like playing with Ada and mercenaries. I can't rock with the crossbow.
She's definitely the weakest one.
Loadout.
Yeah.
Look, Carla is the best.
has a better
Yeah,
loadout.
Dom, get on the master race, Carla.
See, this is also why I think like RE6 should have taken the mechanics from like Mercenaries 3D and just allow you to swap loadouts or make like custom loadouts.
Mm-hmm.
Because like holy fuck, like could you imagine how much characters would be like better if they just had like their own specific customized loadouts that you made?
That weren't garbage.
I would be scared to see her, Brandon. Brandon will do some dumb shit like here, dual wield 909s. Why not?
That'd be way too much, Jesus.
Dual wheel triple shots. You know how stupid that would be?
Dual wield the Lightning Hawks.
Shit, man. Hold up.
Who's to knock better turn the other way if that happens?
Fucking dual wield anti-tank rifles.
No,
the fuck?
no,
Jesus.
What game are you playing? The
no.
dual wield sniper rifles. How you see out of those?
No, yeah,
you
you guys
just quick shotting
are amateurs, man.
Bren
I would
doesn't
have,
need more bullshit power.
Yes,
Hold
he
on,
really
hold on,
doesn't.
Hold on. I will freaking triple shot a rocket launcher, okay? Like, have that as a thing.
Actually, you know,
Ew, no.
actually, I think would be more broken is the dueling the triple shot. That's 6 shots,
Yeah.
just like that.
You burn more ammo, though, but it'll be funny to see that.
Yeah, that's an ammo dump.
On the
That's
other
not
hand,
even-
though, that might be 1 burst per headshot. So, I mean, it'd be worth it in that regard.
All right, so I know Dom wanted to bring up his spiel about Revelations before we close out, since we're not covering that one in particular.
Yeah, okay, so I just wanted to kind of do like a final like closing out talking about, well, and I should probably also mention a little bit of the RE7 and as well as
Now I'm going to talk about
Remake
7's loadout.
but
it's pretty nice down
specifically for the samurai edges, the Revelations 1 and 2 samurai edges were like altered in a way for the lore. Like Jill's was made to like become an M9A1 officially, I think, and I think it also swapped out the ammo type very slightly or something like that. I remember more of Barry's Samurai Edge customization because Quint from I think it was Quentin from Revelations 1, per Barry's request, actually modified his original Samurai Edge. And even though it fires a slightly weaker round than what it did in Remake 1, it's still a more reliable, like overall it's a reliable gun because it's made for like stability and more accuracy. And then as far as like RE7, I don't get why the fuck Wesker's handgun is back, other than the fact that they somehow managed to get the blueprints for that thing. But that has gotten its custom alteration where it's got a new compensator and suppressor. And also then the remake stuff, which I think we've already covered, which was basically Chris's Samurai Edge, Wesker's Samurai Edge, the original one, and Jill's Samurai Edge as well. So it's just
7.
a lot of Samurai Edges. I can't wait to see more because like I know like recently Tokyo Marui, the like company that makes the airsoft replica, like the official airsoft replicas for Samurai Edges and other Capcom like licensed Resident Evil guns, they did make a new like blue umbrella handgun that was like a Samurai Edge, but it is still labeled as Wesker's handgun. I'm gonna
Or the Albert, the codename Albert handgun.
Yeah, it's like something like that.
Yeah, RE7 doesn't have that many weapons, honestly.
It doesn't have a. Okay, right. Let's talk with RE7 though. It doesn't have a lot of weapons, but it has a lot of effective weapons.
Yeah, that I'll give you that.
Yeah,
That's all you guys. I don't know anything about RE7 in that regard.
I don't know much
Okay.
about 7, so like I think Brandon and Dan can take this off before we close out.
Let's start with the melee weapons because obviously the GOAT one is the axe, but
Yes,
unfortunately,
yes.
that is only a one-time deal. So Yeah,
Same-
but
same with
the
the
melee
saw.
weapon that you want is the circular saw because it shreds everything, even Jet Baker.
Yep.
It destroys everything. It's so stupidly amazing.
But you have to be careful though, because especially with the chainsaw fight, I don't think you could bring the circular saw in there with you.
I don't think so. I think you can still possibly beat Jack without this chainsaw.
The crowbar.
Oh,
When did you use the crowbar?
The crowbar is not for Ethan, but I don't remember who.
Oh, I think it was for Mia. I remember. I think it
it's
was
like
for Mia. Mamma Mia. G17. The M19 you only get as a one-time thing.
Yeah, for handguns, it would have to be.
G.
I don't think it actually really matters because all of them can use standard and enhanced ammo, so I think they're pretty even for the most part. Except
The
for maybe one holds more ammo than the other, though, but that's hearsay, I guess.
Wesker's model is always the GOAT for this game.
Yeah, 3 shots though, but it's pretty much Magnum tier.
Yep. Shotguns. M21, M37. One of them is broken, but I think
Let's see. Do not.
4 shells.
Which one was it? Which one was the broken shotgun?
Because
Because the broken shotgun is the GOAT weapon in the game because it's literally top 5 in terms of versatility.
I
Do not
think it
use
was.
the.
I'm trying to think. I think it was the M. I'm not sure if it was the M21 because that only has 2 shots. M37 has 4.
Yeah, the broken shotgun is the best shotgun in the game. It's easily one of the best weapons in the game. If you whoever plays it, they'll go for the broken shotgun. Ignore the other one.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the 21 M21 shotgun.
21, but it's only two shells though. Oh man.
2 shells with huge stopping power, huge damage,
That
and
is
you can
true.
blow heads off with 1 shot. So
The special weapons, the burner, the grenade launcher. The burner,
used for the bugs and whatnot. So
yeah,
that's
the burner's only for like one section. The grenade launcher is pretty good.
Yeah, the newer rounds are probably the most useful, but the flame rounds are devastating because it has chip damage and it spreads.
The P19, the gun
It's a
that Mia
machine
gets on the
gun.
boat.
Ethan can get it too, though, but it's all right. No, you don't need it.
It's a good gun, but it's not really anything special.
Also, this is the gun that I was talking about.
There
Which
goes
one?
Dom busting a nut again.
This
Oh,
is not
damn,
in
that
a
is-
game yet. Keyword is yet, but there
Albert
is
W
a new
model.
Albert Wesker model.
Nice. It's got the blue
kind of
stars
styles
logo.
like a samurai edge, but
That's the
isn't.
umbrella.
That's cool. But yeah, the 44 mag, that is a GOAT gun you want in your inventory at all
Yeah, that's
times.
self-explanatory. It's a freaking Magnum. The only Magnum
Yep.
you could get, I think.
Remote bombs are pretty good.
If only Ethan has access to those, I don't think it does, because the remote bombs are surprisingly big AoE and stun locking properties, I think.
Yeah, I think only Mia has access to them on the ship, and that's it.
Dom's like, buy me one right now.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
It does look very nice. Is it an actual gun or is it like BB?
No, it's an airsoft replica.
Oh, wait, no, I was wrong about something. I'm sorry, it was in
What?
37. That's a broken shotgun.
So okay, so yeah, and then I think you find like a repair kit for it. You find a couple of repair kits, I think, in the game.
I think it's only 2, because there's only 2 broken weapons.
Yeah, the handgun and then this shotgun, the M37.
Yeah, that's the best shotgun in the whole game. But yeah, that's all the weapons we got for RE7.
Yep, not a lot, but they're effective, like you said.
Yeah, they get the job done, which I'm glad they do, because if most of the loadout sucks, then we don't have a problem.
Yep.
We will actually have a problem.
I wish you could just go around with the chainsaw forever in the game. That'd just be funny.
Maybe for
But-
a mod, it's possible.
Play Doom.
Doom is limited as well, though. So
Yeah, you need oil for Doom.
Yeah,
For
but
the
you can
chainsaw.
still run around with a chainsaw more than once.
That is true.
But I can't use it more than.
You can also touch enemies more than once.
All right. We are gonna finish up here. We're gonna do our outros. Dom, where can we find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me as biodevil_Dom on Twitter, YouTube, sometimes rarely on Twitch. There was one other gun I forgot to mention from RE5, and that was the PX4 in Mercenaries that is exclusive to Jill. Best handgun probably in the entire game for RE5 because it's a headshot machine.
Yeah, it
Anyway,
really is.
that's where you can pretty much find me. Is all those places. I don't really have anything going on because I'm basically kind of feeling lazy and I don't really feel like making content. So, but I'm
That's
trying.
understandable.
I'm trying. So,
James, where can we find you?
Hummus.
You can find me at Dom's bed.
what? You can fuck right off because I will
When?
shoot you.
When?
When?
Shoot me in the legs first, man. Go slow.
But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at DevHunterJames.
Brandon,
Hi.
you're black.
It just says
You
hi.
can find him on high.com.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter at Immortal Brando. Yeah, I do stream and very rarely do stuff on YouTube, but that should change if I actually get more motivation to do stuff on YouTube. But yeah,
If you're
having
interested,
a lot of
if
fun.
you're interested in Batman, watch this man stream Batman.
Nah, black man.
Oh my god. So,
God damn it.
L Dirty Dan, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at DirtyDan_. Same for YouTube.
All right, and you can find me on Twitter at RentOperative_. You can find me on YouTube at Renegade Operative. I recently talked about the news in the PlayStation blog about Resident Evil 3 Remake. If you want to check that out, you can watch that video. I'm gonna try to get this podcast up as soon as possible. No promises, maybe tomorrow, but we will see.
Yeah, I mean, they
Right.
won't hear it. I mean, honestly, by the time you get it up, though, that portion of the you just said that would be irrelevant.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's well, I just hope that it's out before the demo comes out because we will be playing the RE3 demo as soon as we get it. And
Did they haven't confirmed when, have they?
They
When
haven't.
the demo's coming?
I guess if we're speculating, maybe like mid-March. Has to be mid-March. Can't be way
Ooh,
too.
yeah.
Can't be like after launch. That'd be stupid. Next month, if it comes out, I will be talking about it and playing it along with the rest of the guys. So this is the IAS signing out. See you fine people later, and remember, aim for the head. See you later.
Shoot me, daddy.
I love you.